over at my friend Chris. I'm like, this has got the exact same plot now.
Yeah.
That we loved in Civil War and we made fun of in Batman vs. Superman. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
My daddy loved you more than he loved me, so I'm going to destroy Harlem because of it.
I thought there were a lot of corny lines in the show.
Oh, yeah.
Like, especially when, like, Claire is like, you're so corny. Like, that's corny.
Mm-hmm.
Or how Pops was always like, always forward. Always.
No, it's
moving forward.
No, it's always forward, forward always.
Yeah. Like,
That's his line. Well, I think Chris is like, if he says, with great power comes great responsibility at this moment, because it was a total Uncle Ben moment.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't do what I was supposed to do, and now Pops has gotten killed because of it, and I'm holding him in my arms as he's dying.
Yeah.
And all he needs to say is, with great power comes great responsibility.
One of the corniest lines in here, though, was when Luke went into that club and Stryker was up top, and Luke goes, can't we just make amends? And Stryker goes, couldn't you just die in childbirth? Like, sounds like nanny boo boo. Like, come on.
Yep.
And then the old guy, Bobby Fish, he was the chess guy.
Mm-hmm.
They kept calling him Bobby Fischer.
Mm-hmm.
He would, yeah. The second time the barbershop got destroyed, he's like, "Come on, man! I just fixed this place." I thought that was funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Sweet Christmas, but that wasn't as corny as the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was nice and cute.
Yeah, that was a nice line.
Yeah,
it's funny.
Apparently, Michael Coulter.
Mm-hmm.
When he saw the script and I guess some pictures of the suit of when he got his powers, he was like, "We're doing the '70s suit. I don't know if I want to do this." And then the writers and producers like, "No, it's not gonna be like that. It's modern day. It's just a flashback."
I thought it was awesome though how they put the suit on when he broke out of prison.
Yeah,
he had the headband. The bangles, and he had that 70s.
Yeah, the
open shirt
V-neck
kind of thing.
Yeah,
and he looks in a mirror, or he looks in a car window, and he's like, "This, I look ridiculous." I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Did you think? I thought this. Did you think that the cop was crooked at the end?
Who?
The
Scarf.
Was that her name? The chick. Chick cop.
Misty Knight.
Misty Knight. That's right. Did you think she was possibly crooked?
No, because... Well, why do you think that?
I started to suspect that she might be crooked. Now, I know Shades stole her phone and ended up being the one that was texting with that one girl and was like, I can't meet you there, meet me somewhere else, and then he ended up shooting her. But the whole thing, when she was taking over protective custody and like, I don't trust anybody at the police department, and here, get rid of your phone. Here, I got one that's got my phone number plugged into it and everything like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
I mean, not trusting your own department is one thing, but you're kind of acting like, I want to cut off all ties that you have with the rest of the world, so that nobody knows when I kill you,
right?
Kind of thing.
The way I took it was, she's part of the system of police. And now she's meeting a superhero who's doing good, and I think it was just kind of a symbol of her cracking. Like, maybe the system isn't working, and I have to do things in my own power.
Yeah, I get it. That's what was intended. It just went the opposite way.
Yeah, I could see how you...
I'm like, oh my gosh, she's been crooked this entire time.
Yeah, which led me to another thing that I dislike in these things is there always is a crooked cop, like Scarf. I'm like, come on. In Batman Begins, there's a crooked cop.
One of the guys watching the movies, they called him as soon as he was introduced, it was like, he's crooked.
Yeah, because just the way he's like, hey,
we were making jokes about him being the token white guy too.
Yeah, it was like, oh, he's gonna die
in the entire show, and he's dying first.
There was some.
Sorry, before we get on to that, the other reason that made me think Misty Knight was crooked is because I had forgotten that she lost her phone in the barbershop shootout. And so when that text message went to the one witness who could pin all of this on Mariah, I'm like, oh my gosh, she just texted her and said, I can't meet you, come meet me.
Yeah.
She's totally crooked.
Yeah.
But then I remembered
Shades.
that Shades
Yeah.
had found her phone and
Right.
she didn't have it anymore.
Yeah, well, Misty, she loses her arm, and Tony Stark puts a cybernetic arm on there.
Yeah.
I had to Wikipedia that.
Yeah, I wikied her too. I'm like, does she have powers? Because she kind of acts like she might have powers
Yeah.
or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And then, you find out she has a bionic arm.
Yeah.
So.
But
She does have powers too. That's what was going on with the whole pictures thing, where she could stare at a picture and recreate the scene.
Because it would like turn the camera and
she'd be in that scene and see everything, even details that the picture.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't
in the
think of that.
comics, she does have like some precog and other kind of capabilities.
Yeah, because I
don't know if she was supposed to in the show. They're just treating her like a typical special
detective,
mentalist,
forensics. Yeah.
So.
I did notice that they did deal with racism because this is what's called a black exploration, blaxploitation.
That's how the comic started. First off,
there's the black cop that chased Luke Cage, and he was like, "You got to turn yourself in," and Luke gave him this little speech, and then the cop was like, "So you want to live free or you die?" And Luke goes, "Well, my problem isn't with you or yours. We have a much bigger problem." So I took that to mean like black people don't have necessarily a problem with the police. They have it's a bigger problem. So I thought about that. So
it was also interesting with what's been going on for the past couple of years. They point to that and they're like, people are just afraid of a bulletproof black man.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
this is a great show
In a
at
hoodie.
the right time now.
I mean,
yeah,
a black bulletproof man in a hoodie
Right.
would scare cops.
Yeah.
You know.
so I really liked it. It was
Yeah.
a lot of good social stuff going on in the movie, in the show too, beyond the plot.
Luke Cage seemed to keep his cool. Like, I mean, I know he punched through walls and do all the things, but
He was in control.
a lot.
He didn't rage.
He just
He wasn't the Hulk.
he kept his tone just very calm, even when he was doing, violent things.
Yeah, he was a really cool superhero to look up to.
And I thought it was awesome. Like, people would call him a nigger and stuff.
Yeah, and
He'd
he'd
be like,
that.
"I'm not that."
Yeah. That was cool.
I'm,
that one
I'm
scene.
rising above that.
Don't call me that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. Coffee?
Sure.
That was awesome.
That's what I was gonna say about how Claire was always like, "You're so corny." Like, in my mind, I was like, just say you're so horny. Like, that's what it really meant. Like, Luke Cage was horny for you, you know. So.
Yeah, the coffee lines throughout the entire thing were pretty funny.
Like, I don't like coffee.
I don't like coffee, and she's like, neither do I.
I like my coffee like I like my men, black and strong.
It paid off though at the end when he was in the back of the cop car or something, and he was getting taken away to prison.
Yeah. Yes.
And he's like, he's saying I was about to get coffee.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And they're like,
Yeah.
Well, we can stop on the way out of town and get
Dunkin'
some.
Donuts.
And he's like, it's not the same.
Yeah.
That was a great payoff.
Oh yeah.
So.
I liked how he had his own version of kryptonite in this show. Like, because if a superhero doesn't have anything that could hurt him, I don't think it would be real. Yeah, boring.
Mm-hmm.
So the Judas bullets was a nice touch, And yeah, I thought it was so awesome though. At one point, Cottonmouth stood in front of that Biggie Smalls photo with the crown. I was just like, whoa, that is symbolic.
So the funny thing about that, and I pointed this out as we were watching it, is he stood there and the crown was behind his head, and he's like heavy as the head that wears a crown or something like that. But the guy he's beaten up is seated lower than him and not at the same perspective as the camera. So for all the guy sees, he's just looking up at a guy whose head is just right there against the ceiling.
And he
doesn't get the symbolism at all or anything. He's like, heavy as the crown. Why?
What are you talking about?
why are you beating me up and saying these stupid lines that make no sense? But us for the camera, we saw the crown above his head.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of funny.
Did you see any Easter eggs in here? I did look up a few.
I didn't look them up.
Okay.
I haven't spoiled it. So what do you got?
Miranda, what's her name? Miranda, the councilwoman. Mariah Woods. Is that her name? Mariah. She was actually in Captain America 3. I don't know if she played the same character, but she was. Okay.
Because she worked for the
State
Department or something in Captain America, but it was the same actress.
And it was sort of the same thing of, I hate superheroes. I don't like these people who have enhanced powers.
Yeah, because in Civil War, she was the one at the elevator waiting.
Yes.
And who had lost her son, who was over in Wachovia. Sokovia, when that all came down.
Right when you said that, I should put big white letters.
We're trying to get some sponsorship from Wachovia. So.
Yeah, Mariah Dillard, that's what it is. Mariah Dillard, that's her last name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mariah Cottonmouth? No.
Pretty much.
Mariah Mouth. First
Mariah
name
Mouth.
of her brother or of her cousin is Cotton.
Yeah.
We couldn't figure out for the longest time what their relationship was. I'm like, are they ex-lovers? Are they brother and sister? And then eventually they like become. You find out they're cousins.
Yeah, cousins.
But I'm just like, what is going? Because they had those flashback episodes to their grandmother and their uncles and stuff.
Mama
like that.
Mabel scared me.
She was intense.
Like, Stryker came in when he was as a young boy, and
was that him?
Yeah, remember that he didn't have that finger.
So he had a connection to Harlem as a young kid. Okay.
Because he was selling drugs.
That was Stryker?
Yes.
I just thought that was some punk kid. That's like we're into prostitution and stripping and gambling and all that stuff, but we don't touch drugs.
Yeah. But he was doing business with Mama Mabel's competitors. That's why she took those pruner things and cut his thumb off or whatever. Yeah.
I missed that. I didn't realize that was Stryker.
Yeah, because you see him later as an adult, and he doesn't have that finger.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I thought that was so crazy. Like, Cottonmouth had to kill his own uncle. I'm just like, goodness, the boy just wants to play piano, you know.
And it was like, I got forced into this life, and you were free to go do your own thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, I didn't want this, and she's like, I do want this, and they could have just switched roles, but Mama Mabel was pushing him one direction and her the other the entire time.
Yeah.
You keep your head in those books. You get your head out of that piano and kill people.
Yeah.
And they both thought that the other one was the favorite because of that. It's like, you're her favorite because she wanted you to be criminal.
Yeah.
It's like, what? You're her favorite because she wanted you to escape from this.
Yeah. It's so crazy perspective, you know. One of the other Easter eggs I noticed was Claire took the flyer down from that electricity pole, and it was Colleen Wing Martial Arts.
Oh,
which is
I did hear there was a big Easter egg for Iron Fist.
Yeah.
In it, so that's what it was.
Yeah. But
cool.
Claire, didn't she have a relationship with Daredevil too?
I don't think like a romantic relationship.
Okay.
But she was the night nurse in that whole show.
Yeah, but it's cool to see her connection in all three.
Because Daredevil had the relationship with his secretary. Remember, that's the one that developed.
Yes.
I can't remember her name now, but
yeah.
But yeah, she's been in all of them. The other councilwoman. No, was there another councilwoman? And then there was the head of the police department that came in after the one captain was just found out to be a criminal.
Yeah.
She was in Jessica Jones. You also hear at the beginning of one of the episodes, they've got the on-the-air radio personality. She was Jessica Jones's best friend, the blonde one that had the radio show.
Yeah.
So they didn't have a physical cameo of her, but they used her voice.
Yeah.
And Trish Talk is what it was called. Yeah.
Because she was like a child actor, and it like almost ruined her.
Yep.
Controlling
mother kind of thing. So that was another callback to Jessica Jones.
Did you see who made the Judas bullets?
Mm-mm.
Hammer Technologies.
Oh, yeah.
So, Iron Man's nemesis.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was funny when the kids, way early on, when the kids busted up the gun scene and stole the money.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, you guys just left an entire van full of rifles.
I know.
There. It's like, at least grab one each for you guys to help get away.
Protect, yeah.
Did you not know it was in the van? You just came for the money?
Uh-huh.
That was a weird one.
Did
you see the Stan Lee poster?
Yeah.
Walking into the the mini mart or whatever like that with Method Man.
Yeah,
in there also.
I didn't know that was Method Man until I had looked it up after.
Yeah,
I was just like, wow,
that was funny. It's like, it's you.
Yeah,
it's you.
It's you.
Big fan. I'm a big fan.
Yeah. I had to look this one up, but in one of the backgrounds, there was a trash dumpster, and it had what Marvel's old name used to be, Timely. It used to be named Timely.
Dang, that's an Easter egg.
It's kind of interesting, Timely Trash Dumpster. So it's like, oh, we threw that name away, I guess. I guess that was the symbol.
Wow.
Yeah, but overall, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was really good.
I really enjoyed the end fight between Diamondback and Luke Cage because it kept flashing back to him teaching him how to box. He's like, breathe.
I didn't really care for that.
No, you didn't like it?
That was roped in for that episode.
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, if you would have showed them boxing more of their relationship as kids throughout the entire show.
I guess it did seem forced.
They really only flash back to their childhood to get up until that point. You never would have known that they knew each other growing up.
Right.
You would have just figured Dad knew both of our moms, and we moved to Harlem.
Yeah.
But yeah, you never really saw that they grew up together and were best friends and taught each other how to box and stuff like that until they needed it to play out this fight scene.
Yeah.
So I didn't care for that as much.
I mean, I was just wondering, I'm like, okay, you see that big glowing thing on his back, Luke, why not just punch that? And then he's done. He's a normal guy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I was so nervous when he had those Judas bullets in him, and him and Claire went to go see Dr. Bernstein, and he was lowering him in that acid. I thought Dr. Bernstein was like going to be a bad guy and do something.
Betray him
yeah,
or something like that?
I was like, oh crap.
Dude, that was crazy.
I know.
We're going to drop you into acid so that it can melt the metal and hurt you, but not really kill you.
Yeah.
But then as soon as that last metal bullet was like melted or fell out or whatever, it's like immediately his healing factor
came back.
He's like immediately fine.
Yeah.
It's like, what was on that metal that acid hurts but doesn't kill you, but that metal's like letting you continue to bleed.
Yeah.
So what I really liked, one last thing before we end the episode for me, what I really liked about this show was that it was not a direct copycat of Jessica Jones or of Daredevil. And they all three have different paces, different balances between action versus talking and development and stuff like that. And it's not like they just slap in a brand new character into one of the previous shows. I like that about Jessica Jones, that Daredevil was very actiony and Jessica Jones was very mind games kind of thing. Yeah,
detective work.
And this one is very much about the behind the scenes political cop crookedness, all that kind of stuff with it too. But it's like, what, 8 episodes before you see Luke Cage really like start to beat down on people.
Yeah.
So it took a long payoff. And I saw online a lot of people didn't like that about this, that it was so slow. But I'm like, I enjoyed it.
I did
both
too.
This and Jessica Jones.
It just made going 8 episodes in without seeing his true potential, it just made it that much better when you did see it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we've already seen it we saw it in Jessica Jones, so we kind of knew what he could do. We're just like, why don't you unleash that?
I know.
So it was really cool anticipation for that one.
And it's different from Batman and Daredevil because they keep their identities secret, but he's just out in the open.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
No costume.
Yeah.
Anybody could be Luke Cage.
Yeah.
Anybody wearing a hoodie might be him potentially, kind of thing. And they played that up too. I thought it was smart. I like that idea of let's get the city to ask for this type of bullet to take
Yeah.
out our rival kind
Yeah.
of a thing. So they played into people's fears and all that kind of stuff. I thought that was really good. So instead of just let's fight Luke Cage and the city, they're like, let's get the city
Behind
on
us,
our
yeah.
side and arm cops with
Yeah.
these guns.
Yeah,
It's
because
like, holy crap.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it's
Mariah.
Yeah.
She was talking to her, I guess, assistant. She was like, you want to try to take my personal thing and turn it into a political issue? And you thought she was going to, like, ream him for that. And she was like, I taught you well. You know? I'm like, wow.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah. So I enjoyed it. I liked how, it wasn't cookie cutter like Daredevil and Jessica Jones.
Mhm.
Like, it wasn't the same thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So.
Sweet.
Alrighty.
Next up, Iron Fist.
Yes. I don't know too much about him, but
That's been good so far.
yeah.
Haven't known much about Jessica Jones or Luke Cage either.
Yep.
So
anyway, where can people find you?
I'm on Instagram at CP_EH, and I also blog at BarrettYoung.com.
And I'm on Twitter at Charchangs and Instagram. And don't forget to support the show, patreon.com/Hadoken.
Happy 100.
Yep.
Hadoken!